Hi everybody. Alright, what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to show you how to convert raw data, such as this series of data going down the column. I'm going to convert this raw data to a z-score. That way we can see how many standard deviations the actual scores are from the means, which would be on the normal distribution curve or bell-shaped curve, would be right there. That's where the means would be, and these are your standard deviations to the left and standard deviations to the right. And what these numbers here show, such as 34.1 on both sides. Remember, the bell-shaped curve is symmetrical, so what happens on one side happens on the other side. And you will see here that at least 68% of the data will fall within the first standard deviations, and then you've got your other standard deviations out further out, going towards the tail end. Alright, now let's convert. Alright, what you need to do, there are a couple ways to do this. First, you have to know the means. So let's do the means. I'm going to go to more functions, statistical, average, and no data. Don't put the data label in. I'm going to get all those numbers in there. And as you can see, this is our means. Standard deviation, do the same. More statistical. I'm using Excel, remember. Look for standard deviation for the sample right there. And doing the same as I did with the means. Okay, now I can also go to data analysis, descriptive statistics, and what you want to do, I've already done this, but I'll do it again. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. There we go. All right, now I'm going to include the. I'm going to put it up here. Get rid of this. I'm going to put the input range up there. So including the label, because the label, I'm going to include the label. So make sure that's always checked. Put all that data in there. And I'm asking for the results to be put into column E. I'm going to do summary statistics. I'm going to press OK. Alright, let's get this a little bit more readable for you all. There we go. Alright, as you can see, I have the same means, 963.08. Standard deviation is the same also, 549.19 or 1887, but round to 0.19. Now, let's do the standard score. Alright, there's a couple ways to doing it. Let me show you the quick way, the way I like doing it. I'm going to go to formulas again, more statistics. I'm going to go down to standardize. It's asking for the X. X, again, is your raw score or your observation score. It's the same. So I'm going to put that in there. It's asking for the means. There's my means there. Also, I could have clicked that one in there. It's asking for the standard deviation, which is right there. I want to press OK. OK, and as you can see, it's negative 1.56. Let's put my cursor right there. I'm going to do it by hand. And this is the formula again. Observation or raw score minus the means divided by the standard deviation. So let's do that. But you got to be careful. I'm going to put the raw score in parentheses minus standard deviation, close parentheses, divided by the standard deviation. This is the means, not the standard deviation. This is the now it's divided by the standard deviation. And as you can see, 1.56. So I got the same. So you can do it by hand. Now, okay, let's keep it there. What happens if you have a series like this, a whole bunch of data? You can do one at a time, just the way I did it with the standardized, or you can do it by hand. But there's another way to do it. I'm gonna use autofill. So I'm gonna put my cursor between the D and 1. I'm gonna press F4, and I'm gonna do the same. This is locking for the standard deviation. In other words, I'm telling Excel. I just pressed enter, and I told Excel I want the means and standard deviation to be locked. Now, I highlighted the cell B2. I'm putting my cursor right on the lower edge. I'm going to scroll down. And, oops, get that in there. There we go. All right, now, what you can see here is you can see starting with 0, which would be right there. You can see that all these numbers, these negative numbers, that has -0, those would all fall in this area. And then if you look at the ones, this would fall in this area right here. Alright, negative, and again, it's the same thing on the other side. All these numbers, starting with 0, would be in this category, be in that part of the bell-shaped curve. All these numbers with the 1 would be in the bell-shaped curve right here. And we got a 2 here. And that would fall into this area. It's almost as if I was to take all those numbers, put them in a horizontal line. You can kind of see the bell shape. Now, what's good about the Z scores is you can see outliers if there are outliers, and outliers are numbers that fall outside of the bell-shaped curve. And as you can see here, we have no outliers because the last number is falling into this area. If we were going to fall into this area, possible outliers, it would have either a 3 or a -3. Alright, so that's how you convert raw data into Z-scores, and also using the autofill, using your formulas for the means of standard deviation, and using the data analysis from the tool pack also to do your descriptive. This is all descriptive data. Alright, go ahead and practice on your own. That's all I have to say. So this is Dr. Chasen signing off.